I'm expecting a Sims 4 game update today, Tuesday, April 29th. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. I'm going to cover why I think that is happening today, what time I expect it to drop, and some things to prepare for it. So why I think it's happening today is we know there's a laundry list and an update was mentioned in that. And we also know that we're getting 3 new kits on Thursday. That information was from the roadmap, which essentially brings that roadmap to an end. So perhaps we'll also get a roadmap soon, but I haven't seen anything on that. But sometimes they don't come right away, they come a little later. So only time will tell for that. But that laundry list said that there were some fixes, and often, apart from the last 2 creator kits, we get an update before kits come out. They're not necessarily a major update, but we also haven't had an update for a little while, so maybe there'll be more than those fixes, but it also could just be those fixes, who knows. So here's that roadmap, which you can see the last thing on there were those 3 kits: Restoration Workshop, Golden Years, and Kitchen Clutter. Now, the timing of updates is usually 10 a.m. Pacific, so I'm expecting that this update is likely to be at 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so that's 1 p.m. for me. I will link below so you can find out when that is for you in your own time zone, but there's a quick glance at a bunch of other time zones in the world of when that update's coming. It's imminent at the time that I'm recording this. So the laundry list is one thing we know that we're essentially getting with this is these fixes that were on the laundry list. And there were 12 items on there. And I did cover those in a lot more detail in my video on the laundry list. But there's one where Sims can't water plants when they're in planters, be them the square wooden ones or the ones that come with cottage living. Some people were having problems with teenage Sims not getting their 3rd trait when they aged up. And another one that was fairly common was high school event tasks weren't appearing if you were going with more than 1 Sim to high school. Of course, it's a high school years things. But you can see there's a bunch of other things there that were noted. 12 in total, which isn't really very much. And of course, they also acknowledge these 3 things that they're not going to be fixing in this update: the corrupt save files, the weather effects occurring indoors, and the fishing in Sulani, where you can't essentially fish at a fishing spot in Sulani. You can only fish at a boat in Sulani. That 3rd one, there is actually a bug fix mod. There's a couple of them for that, but the other 2, not that I've seen, there haven't been any bug fix mods for them. So they are looking into them, and hopefully they will fix them soon. And also maybe we'll get some more fixes, and maybe there'll be something new. Perhaps we can hope, or maybe not hope, because sometimes when there's new things, it's more likely that things break. Speaking of breaking, here's some things that I would recommend you do to prepare for the update. This is mainly geared to computer players, but for that very first one there, make a backup of your saves. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 players can do that too. But that is like the main thing that I would recommend that you do, is make a backup of your saves. The next thing I would do is, if you use mods and custom content, is move your mods folder to your desktop and not have it in your game when you open. You could also wait and see whether there's any impact on mods and just not play, but if you're planning on playing right after an update before you know that, that's what I would recommend you do. And then thirdly, I recommend you check your saves folder for any mod setting files, because some mods, including the 18+ Wicked Whims, I think Wonderful Whims, but there could be other ones, they put their settings files for the mod in your saves folder. So if you take your mods folder out and you don't take those settings files out, you could still have problems. And from what I can gather, you will have problems if there are issues. You really shouldn't have it in when you don't have the mod in your game. After you update, you should repair your game in the EA app. And on Steam, this is verify game files. So I would recommend you do that if you're on Steam. Delete your local thumb cache file. And then wait until your mods and custom content are cleared or updated before adding them back in to your game. And then reminder, mods and custom content are automatically disabled with most updates. However, just the mere fact of them being disabled is often not enough, and you can still have problems with them in your mods folder even when they're disabled, because I've seen lots of people having issues. But the reason I'm also bringing this up, because they are disabled, and if you don't go through the work of moving your mods folder out and playing and thinking about that, you could go in your game, and if you're using custom content, it could be removed from your Sims. If that does happen, do not save while your mods folder is out or when your mods and custom content are disabled. Now, I do have a tutorial video, so if you want more details where I actually go over how to do these things, I recommend you check out my tutorial video, which will be linked down below and at the end. And if you want to temporarily avoid the update, you can turn off automatic updates and go offline with the EA app. I do have a tutorial on how to do that with the EA app if you're interested. So are you excited for the update and the fixes that are coming? And do you think there could be anything new? If there is, I would think it would be pretty minor. I'd love to know in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!